There's a small building here housing what appears to be a sewer access. There's no way to know just what this connects to, and that's really all you can do here, is just walk into this zone. There's nothing else. That should pretty much cover all of the current areas I can go to right now, but the rest I'll save for later. Let's begin clearing out dungeons again. Cliffside Farm. This old farm looks like it might have once been used to corral animals, and there are hints that it might still see occasional use as a shelter. We need to find whatever Sparta was after. That means figure out what the babe is and how to reach it. Damn, he looks a lot more sophisticated. He looks a lot more sophisticated than I gave him credit for. That night, Shapiro comes to see you. Have you got a moment? I've been hearing sordid rumors flying around about me and how I came to be here. Thought I'd take the opportunity to set the record straight with you before you ended up hearing who knows what from God knows who. Shapiro sits down by the fireside and smooths his robe out across his lap before continuing, stroking his beard thoughtfully. I find it a lot easier to do what I think their voices are if I kind of adopt whatever pose they're in their picture. I was a professor at the Academy of Sorcery in Crest, and part of that position is devoting a certain amount of time toward research, developing new ways to use magic. There are many procedures to follow, of course, and much paperwork to file. Too much, if you ask me. Most of my peers worked on flashy applications, but I didn't care to follow their lead. I worked on subtler things, ways to affect people, charms, enchantments, curses, and such things. It's a fascinating field, but I'll get carried away if I talk about it, so you'll have to forgive me if I skip the details for the time being. In any event, some of my students took a great interest in my private work, and I began collaborating with a number of them. Some of them even volunteered to be personally experimented on. This was, of course, against the rules of the Academy, but we were so steeped in our work that it barely registered. We did that for a few months, and things were going well. I was on the verge of several useful new formulae, and the students were engaging and enthusiastic. Then one of them died. We have no idea why or how, but one day she simply died. There's no way it could have been the magic, I'm sure of it, but the other students began to panic. One of them went to the administrative board and reported what we'd been doing. Once that started, a whole inquisition opened up. The students all spoke against me at the hearings, and I was thrown into prison, branded as a charlatan and shipped out here. I didn't kill that girl, do you understand? Our experiments on her were concluded months prior to her death, and even if it had been the magic, she volunteered, begged even, to be the subject of those experiments. She was an intelligent adult woman capable of making her own decisions. She understood there could be risks. All of the other students endured similar experimentation with no ill effects. We were not dabbling in deadly arcana. Truthfully, I suspected foul play by one of the other students, but I had scant proof of anything, and I knew that bringing that up in the hearings would only serve to drive myself upon the stake further. So there you have it. Believe me or don't, that is the tale of Shapiro the Wicked Charlatan, straight from his own mouth. When you hear the rumors, as you surely will, I'll trust you do me the courtesy of at least remembering what I've said. You know, just speaking of this has me quite sharp to edit some of the formulae I can still remember. Let me take fire watch, if you will, since I'll be awake anyway. And thank you for listening. You're fairer to me than I am used to, and it does not go unnoticed. An item has been added to your Stronghold inventory. Okay, well that actually unlocks another event I can do. So let's take care of that. There's a forgotten homestead. There it is. I thought it was somewhere to the east. An old home sheltered by a tall copse of trees. Not bad. If the inside is holding up as well as the outside, it should be a decent shelter. I'm well ready for a rest. It's far too hot today.
Wait, did you guys hear that?
I heard it. Crap. I don't hear anything. An animal, perhaps. Maybe. We'd better do a quick sweep to make sure. You two go that way, and we'll go around the back. Meet back here in a few minutes. No rest just yet, it seems. Well, my boy, shall we?
Right behind you, Ro.
You break off and give the woodland surrounding the old home a quick search.
I've got a bad feeling about this, Ro.
I'm sure you're just being paranoid. It was a hart or some harmless beast, and soon we'll... Ah! God damn insects!
Shapiro! That's not an insect, it's a dart! Knocked him!
Kirilo, I can't move.
Bloody poison!
They've been gone far too long. I don't like this. Shapiro? Is that you? I don't have much time. I can barely project this image, and I cannot hear you, so please listen closely. Kirilo and I were attacked. They drugged us and... My fault. Underground. Nearby. I hear water. Can't keep... Well, this day is turning out to be far more interesting than I thought. You carefully follow the footsteps of your friends and spot the place where they were attacked. There are obvious signs of a struggle and heavy footprints. You follow them and eventually discover the entrance to an underground structure of some kind. I thought they can't move. What struggle? This must be where Kirilo and Shapiro were taken. Come and meet your end, knave. This is not okay.
Do you think we're gonna die here, Ro?
No. I could understand most of what they were saying. They were sizing us up for our value as slaves.
Slaves?
Yes, they think you'll make a good laborer, and they... They mentioned something about selling me as a concubine.
I'd rather be a concubine than a laborer.
They want to sell me to a Gorgon.
Oh. Hopefully the boss got your message.
If he was at the house, he did. But for all we know, he got captured too and is in another cell.
Try to stay positive. He'll come for us.
We shall see. No wonder the guide said bring a beefy fourth member. She may have to go off on her own or something. We'll see.
Did you hear that?
I can barely even hear you over the throbbing of this headache.
Yeah, probably nothing. Why did you say it was your fault that we get captured?
I was the one who kept downplaying the possibility. I was tired and didn't want to think about it.
That doesn't mean it was your fault. We just got caught in a bad situation, that's all.
Well, if I didn't take responsibility for it, you would have. What difference does it make?
Wait, so you did that to take heat off me?
I don't know. Perhaps I did. I could use a little heat right now. This place is freezing.
You were just complaining about the heat an hour or two ago.
I wasn't naked on the dungeon floor an hour or two ago.
You can huddle with me if you need to, bro.
Now you sound like Peregrine.
Surely even Peregrine has a good idea once in a while.
If we aren't rescued soon, I may have little choice. And I wager you're a warmer embrace than the Gordon I'm to be sold to.
That I promise.
I should put these in her inventory in case I need them, which I don't think I do. Yeah, I figured. So far, so good. Spoke too soon. I don't suppose you guys want to give me my friends back. I'm only going to ask you this one and only time. Rosalind, now! Bam! I'll take that as a no then.
So it was you making all that noise. I knew you'd come for us.
Are you guys alright? I have definitely been better.
They drugged us with some kind of paralytic poison. The feeling's starting to come back to my limbs, but poor Ro here has been having a rough time.
Much as I'd like to be indignant, Kirilo is right, and it's been getting worse. I can scarcely see straight, let alone conjure. Let's get you guys out of here. You can recuperate somewhere warmer and drier. Agreed. Kirilo, lad, help me walk, will you?
Of course.
You guide your friends out of the dungeon and send for help from your stronghold. They've both been badly poisoned, but it looks like the poison is not lethal, and they should recover given a little time. That was a close call. That's cool. I was so lonely. Before this marriage, I could at least convince a wench to warm my bed with a few coins, but now even that is gone, and my bed is cold indeed. So repulsed by me is my wife that she sleeps in a separate room, the room I built for the children I now know we will never have. Maybe she, at least, will find some joy when I am gone, in the arms of a man with a smoother face. Oh, damn. Alright. Why did you guys get married then? According to the guide, said reading the old note in the back should secure the area. Hey, just because I want to see everybody's smuggled goods doesn't mean my ideas are bad. Peregrine, keep your voice down. What if there are guards in there? That will kick their asses like we always do. And I swear, if Shapiro gets to see Shapiro's goods before I do, I'm gonna kick his green ass too. Unless he shows me his goods too, then we're cool. Peregrine, focus! Yeah. I guess that's the additional dialogue he gets. Alright. Let's see if there's anything else he has to say. I'll put you right here, see what happens. So far, so good. Okay. I just keep him from standing there. Well, that's all the time I get for right now. That was a pretty dialogue-heavy session. Thank you very much for watching Tran Wins, Master Bonds. I'll see you next time.